chase women. Okay. All right. So I think this is very important because I think this conversation is a real conversation. Should men chase after women? Well, first and foremost, let's be very clear to the words that one used. Okay. Let's be very sorry about that. My wording went out there, right? So pursue, right? The different wordings to the word pursue. And so this is very important, first and foremost, to talk about this pursue aspect, okay? So pursue. One of the wordings for pursue, let's have a look at this in a dictionary. I said in dictionary, but the internet. Oh, my internet's being slow. What's wrong with you? Thank you. All right, thank you. Internet want to move mad. Okay. All right, so the different definitions here. Look at pursue. So one of the definitions is follow or chase someone or something, persistently seek to form a sexual relationship with someone, seek to attain or accomplish a goal over a long period. Archaic means of something unpleasant persistently afflict. So mercy lasts as long as sin pursues man, right? So archaic version. To continue or proceed along, engage in activity or course of action, continue to investigate or explore. Okay. Now, of course, then another definition of it we have to take into account is what is our current day definition of what pursue actually means. Okay. And that's really important as well. Now, when we talk about pursuit, okay, I don't like the word chase. Okay, and I think it's very important. Now, of course, he wasn't necessarily wrong because part of the definition, one of it is to follow or to chase something or to go after, to seek after, to follow, to prosecute, prosecute, but to follow after, to go after, to try and catch someone, right? So in some respect, he is telling the truth about the word chase. Okay, all right. For instance, the car was pursued by something. A hunter pursues a prey in that aspect. So in some respect, he is very true with the wording saying about chase being a problem. I don't like the word chase. Okay. All right. I personally don't. All right. So I definitely understand that aspect. When he says about the word chase, let me give him some props and say he ain't telling no lies. Because when we talk about chasing something, it means something's running away from me. Right? Something's running away from me. So in that aspect, I'll be very, very clear. Okay. All right. I'll be very, very clear that that Blueface is not telling no lies. No man should be chasing a woman. Okay. All right. No man should be chasing a woman, which part of pursuit does include the word chase if we're to break it all the way down. So in some aspects, he has told some truth. In some aspects. But we have to also be reminded that we have what we call current understanding of language and words and what we mean as a general term. Okay. So when we talk about the word pursuit, does that mean I want a man to necessarily chase me? Right? Does it mean the chase aspect? Does it mean to be overly persistent? Does it mean to consistently go after somebody? I don't know if that's I don't know if that's the thought process. I'll be very clear. I don't know if that's the thought process of what she was going for. Right? But then I would also say the opposite side is I also didn't like the fact that she added the other aspects in there. Let me go back to her part here, which is I feel like a man is supposed to pursue the woman. I don't text guys, call guys first, ever. So I think she made it very clear about what she was kind of describing here, right? So she doesn't call or text guys first. Personally, I don't think you need to. Okay, if I've got your number, I don't need you to pursue. I don't need you to text or call me first, right? I don't need that aspect. Okay, I don't need that aspect either, right? So I don't need you to necessarily do that for me. right? But there's so many angles to this. First and foremost, I do like a pursuit. I don't think anybody is gonna. I think most men that will tell you that like to hunt, they do like a little bit of a pursuit, right? And when I say that, this is only one angle. This is not the only angle. I'm just giving another angle to the thing. We do like a little bit of a pursuit, and what that means is I don't. It's not that. And the pursuit is necessarily not one that I won't ever catch you. Okay. But in the initial aspect, you know, you want a bit of the flirtation. That is a part of the pursuit. Maybe we can say, maybe the wording should be changed. It's a part of the dance. Maybe we should change it a little bit, right? It's a part of the dance. A dance will be better suited because when I dance, I have to ask you, can I have your hand? And then dance. So maybe the word pursuit is the wrong word, right? Right? Maybe the pursuit is the wrong word, right? So in that aspect, from that angle, I can see where Blueface is coming from, but I can also see where she's coming from. I don't think that's necessarily what she definitely wanted. But when she put that whole I don't text first and call guys first, also within it, it kind of lost its messaging. And I know what I think I want to be honest. I want to be fair to her. I don't think she was necessarily saying that per se. But when you do use the word pursuit, it does initiate a chase aspect. And that in itself creates an energy and a mode of thinking that I have to create distance between myself and you. Right? I have to create distance between myself and you. Whereas a dance can still be flirtatious, but I'm not running away from you. I'm not at a distance from you. I can, you know, if you ever see a sexy dance, a tango or something like that, you know, a ball gala dance or whatever they call it, whatever, you know, you see the whole, you know, the cuteness and the coming together and they step away again and the leg might go up on your leg. You might spin her around and that is the dance that you require. You know what I mean? Rather than necessarily a chase or a pursuit. You know what I mean? In that aspect. So what does that mean? In a sense of in a sense of the fact that there's a need for there to be some level of flirtation in the beginning, and there are different varies of flirtation. There are levels to this. Some people like a bit much, some people don't like too much. It just depends, you know. Some people are different. But in reality, you know, something that she said, which is I understand where she's coming from. You know, she said, I feel like the man is supposed to pursue the woman. I don't text or call guys first ever. And I think that's important. I think the word first there is important. So she doesn't text them or call them first, but maybe, and again, it's a problem because obviously, you know, context of it, again, you know, he might have read more into it than it needs to be. First ever, what does that mean? First ever in terms of the relationship?